Perfectionism, it can be really toxic, can't it? Whether it's you're trying to be a perfect partner, a perfect parent, a perfect business owner, a perfect family member, whatever it is. It's interesting how we develop those strategies. It's often one of the traits of imposter syndrome. So it's one of the 5 types is perfectionism. And we develop it as a behavioural coping mechanism because we think if we're perfect, we're not then at risk of being criticised. But here's the thing, guess who? We're our own worst critic, aren't we? It's usually us that, our inner critic that criticises whatever it is that we're doing. So the trick is to think about, well, okay, what is perfect? And, when is good enough? Because do you know what? When we do get into perfectionist tendencies as our behavioural coping strategy, we set the bar and then we just set it even further. So one of the things you can do to help yourself is the way that we talk to ourselves. So a phrase I use if I catch myself perfecting. So step 1 is always raise awareness of the habit, the behaviour, what are you thinking, what are you feeling? And then once you've raised that awareness, to begin to talk to yourself differently. So I refer to it as having an inner captain as opposed to an inner critic. And one of the phrases I use is, that'll do, when I catch myself perfecting. Or the other thing you can do is to set a time limit. So when you are carrying out a particular task, I use a timer. So it's a right cranky old thing. I'll get it out for you. You can get them off Amazon. I think they're about $6.99. And so when we're perfecting, we often take too long to do things. So it eats into our time. So by setting the timer, you can train yourself out of that perfecting habit.